I don't know what it is about drama, confrontation, things like that, that makes my mind, body, and soul like, I need to know what's going on. Like when my neighbors used to fight all the time, why is it that my mind is like, I need to know what they're fighting about? Maybe I'm just like a nosy little The one time I got into an argument with my downstairs neighbor at 8 a.m., I was hardly home and literally didn't do anything but walk around and get ready for work. I was also deathly sick this day.
Yo, what's up?
Are you banging on my ceiling?
Yeah, because you 5 months straight. Every day.
I don't do anything. I'm literally walking around.
Yeah, and he sounds like a elephant. And
Well,
you're 10 pounds.
A pelican? What a random animal choice.
exactly. So it's not my
So
fault.
why should I hear you when you're
It's
10
not my
pounds?
fault that the ceilings are thin. I hear my people above me, but
It sounds like you're stomping.
I'm not. I'm literally walking around like this, and I'm not heavy-footed.
Like that? It
Honestly.
sounds like boom, 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 boom. 5 a.m. The whole building.
And I'm hardly here. I'm
Yeah,
hardly.
I work 24/7, so I shouldn't hear you when I'm home.
Exactly. I work a ton too. I get up in the morning, go to the gym, go to work, and then I come
Yeah,
home.
you think if people work like that and you're not here and people are quiet, but you're uncourteous.
I am quiet. I never have anyone over.
You know what uncourteous means? It means you don't give a about anyone else.
You
but
don't know what
yourself.
I'm doing up there.
I wouldn't have even held the door open for that 55 seconds that video was. And it's cut off. I'm not even holding that door open. You come at me with that energy and that approach. Oh, especially if I'm not stomping around. It's one thing if people aren't courteous to other people living in the building, you know, and actually stomping around at 5 a.m. I understand that would be upsetting to some people. But if I'm simply tippy-toeing and walking normally, not my problem, sir. I have to get ready for work in the morning. That's the one crappy thing about living in apartments and condos. The neighbors. They're all around you. You have above, you have underneath, you have next door. Yeah. McDonald's customer lies about getting her money back.
I came here to get food. Why are you giving me my money?
Here you go, ma'am. Have a nice night. You want to see her all day? Hey, baby, pull around her. Pull around her, okay? Because she acting...
Well, I pay for my money. You have to give me the food. You see what McDonald's people did to me?
You got your money back?
No.
You didn't
She
get
threw
your money?
it. She threw it down. I don't know where she threw
your money.
She threw. She no, she didn't give me any money. She just walked out, insulted me, and went away.
Man.
Got her money.
Pull me to the stand. I am a witness and I saw it. She got her money back. Put me on the stand. I don't care. Call me in.
Ignore her.
Where's
At this point,
Yeah. Give my money.
get out of here.
Give my money.
Get the
back.
out
If
of
you're
here.
not giving me
Hey,
the food,
pull
give
around.
my money back. If you don't give me the food, give my money back.
I'm going to pray for you, girl.
Give my money back.
I will pray for you tonight. I gave you the money.
Where's the money?
Are you on...
Money.
Are you on...
Only you
Do
can
you
be on
do-
good. Just to get food. I came here to get food. You guys will not give me food. You will not give my money back. I've been waiting for 2 minutes for them to give me a French fries and an Oreo McFlurry. And I've been waiting here for 3 minutes.
Honey, please...
Oh my God, it's
I've been
another
waiting here
person.
for 3 minutes. I either need food or they give my money back.
Okay. Here's your money back. Okay, my food, please.
Oh gosh. More money. More money. Am I like missing something? You did get your money back. Maybe it wasn't all the money. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to be put on the stand. I need the full story first. Don't call me. I won't answer. Confronting my best friend.
Okay, so today me and my best friend are going to be playing Two Truths and a Lie.
Alright,
And she's gonna go first.
I'm gonna go first. Alright, so I've got curly hair, I'm single, and I've got 4 dogs.
Okay. Well, okay, so I know you had a boyfriend last week, but you be moving. You be
Okay,
moving. So,
right.
I'm gonna have to say I'm single because you do have curly hair and
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
4 dogs. So,
Alright.
yeah. Me, I used to have a scorpion. I
Peace.
have red hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw you kissing my ex-boyfriend last weekend.
I don't know what you're talking about. Can we turn the camera off? We can talk about this right
No.
now. This does
Because
not need to
no.
be put on camera.
I'm not going to sit here and allow you to do
I don't
this.
know what you're talking about.
You
Like,
deserve to be put on blast.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
You're talking
Oh, I have a video. I literally have a video of you doing it. So don't try and play with me, because you're supposed to be my best
I
friend,
don't know what you're talking about.
and you literally kissed my ex-boyfriend.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, he
Just
messaged
fess up.
me.
Just,
He messaged
he
me.
messaged you.
Yes.
But you replied. And yeah, that was my boyfriend, but you were supposed to be my best friend.
But he messaged me. Maybe you should talk to your
You know,
boyfriend about
no,
that.
don't piss me off right
I never know if these are real or not. What I don't get is if this is in fact staged, as they say. I don't want to play the cheating best friend role in the video. Even if it is staged, I don't want the internet having to guess if it's real or not. That's not a fun part to play. Please don't cast me in that role. Is that real? If that's real, that is some shady stuff. I've seen people call out cheaters in this trend. It was going around for a while. People were using this trend to actually call out their cheating partner, crappy friends. So it very well could be real. I won't allow kids at my wedding.
No, I just wanted to remind you that it's a child-free wedding.
But they're not even badly behaved kids, though. They're old enough to know better, and they behave.
Yeah, I know they do on the most part, but sometimes they can act up a little bit, can't they? And I just don't want that to be the case.
They are children, you know, like a lot of weddings, they have like personalised colouring books and things like that for the kids at the table.
Yeah, we're just not going to have that. We've just decided that that's not going to be the case.
We've gone and bought like a beautiful dress from Monsoon and everything, and a little suit, and
Yeah, I just don't...
We've been shoe shopping this weekend. I
don't know why you've been doing that just yet, when you've not even got the invitation yet, though. Why have you been doing that?
Ellie's so excited as well. She actually thought you were going to make her a flower girl.
I know, I did think this was going to be the case, but it's not just my decision either.
If you thought that, then why are you not considering how they feel? You spend all this time with them, and
we've just decided as a couple together that we just don't want kids there, and that's just going to be the end of it.
You don't have kids yet. Is it like a bit of a dig that you don't have kids, or?
Well, it is our day at the end of the day, and it's going to run how we want it to run. And if you don't want to come because the kids aren't allowed, then you're just going to have to not.
It's not even a case of not wanting to come. I never said for
Don't come. I don't even have to explain myself.
1 minute that I didn't want to come. I really want to come. And my children are well behaved. They go to private school. They know how to act. What happens if I do bring them?
If you bring them, I'm telling you, you won't be allowed in, so it's up to you now what you're going to do.
Do you know what, mate? Let's make it easier, right?
Yeah.
We just want to come. Do you know what?
Wow, really? Is that what
really. Have a great day.
Oh.
Bye. I don't know. I feel like everyone's gonna have an opinion on the kids or no kids at your wedding. The fact of that sentence, your wedding, my decision. If you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. Truthfully, you don't have to come. It's as simple as that. I've seen it both sides. My sister had a no kid wedding, and my other sister has kids, and she actually liked it because, you know, they got a babysitter, they got a mom and dad night out, got to enjoy it fully, not having to, you know, watch for the kids throughout the ceremony and everything. So I feel like if you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to agree with it, but don't come. What do you guys think on kids, no kids? I just think it's up to the bride and groom. It's their day. To each their own.
Here's some things that my soon-to-be ex-husband used to do that I didn't realize wasn't normal until after I left. When the Wi-Fi guy came to install our internet, he made me FaceTime him the entire time because he said that I might try and sleep with him, and then he still accused me of sleeping with him, saying that I could have slept with him before I called him or after I hung up the phone.
Ma'am, the fact that that is just the first one on the list. Absurd. I've also dated someone like that. And that was really fun.
Didn't tell me happy birthday until right before I fell asleep on my birthday, 2 months after we got married. Gaslit and manipulated me into not having a job and said, I just want you to be a stay-at-home wife. And then when like money problems would come up or any kind of issue with me would come up, he would complain about how I didn't have a job and how I'm just mooching off of him. Only came home and ate dinner with me maybe twice a week because he was at his parents' or his brother's house. He did not get me a Christmas present, but instead he gave me his debit card and said, don't know what you want, you got $50, go get yourself something nice. Complained and told me that I was folding his clothes wrong when he never ever did laundry, wash clothes, nothing. He told me over a year after we'd been married and I was pregnant that he wanted multiple wives, and then he was upset that I was upset about it. Got pissed when my parents bought us groceries one time. Told me that he didn't believe that our son was his son, and when I said get a paternity test, he said, I don't even want to because it could be so close to my brother's DNA that you probably slept with that it would just say that it was mine and I would still never know.
Oh my God. How do we as humans put up with things like that? We've all stayed in relationships longer than we should have, you know? We all have one of those under our belts, right? How do we as humans allow this type of behavior to happen to us? It's sad, really.
When the electricity went out on 2 of our rooms, including a bathroom, and our washing machine was broken, and I tried to get him to fix it for about 9 months, he told me that I should have been more grateful and that it was a test to me because people back in the olden days didn't have that kind of stuff, so I should have just been grateful that I had it in the first place, even if it was broken. Okay, that's all for now. Bye!
I don't need more, man. Please do not give me a part 2, a part 3. I've heard enough. How long was that marriage? I need to know how long you toughed through that one, and I'm so happy that it's soon to be ex. Couldn't sign those papers fast enough. Well, let me tell you. Y'all know what time it is. If we're going to keep looking at the drama, we need to do it hydrated. You know what I mean? I need the energy. Grab your beverage of choice. You can see what mine is. It's vodka. I'm just kidding. Can you imagine? That'd be a whole other video. Cheers. Adding nair to my dad's new girlfriend shampoo because I love her. I'm sensing sarcasm.
Adding nair to my dad's new girlfriend shampoo because I love her. A lot of you were asking me if I could do nair in her shampoo. The reason it has taken me so long to do it is because a lot of people in the comments were saying that it might not work. But who cares, let's just give it a try and see what happens. I mean, she only has like 3 strands of hair left, so this might actually work. I just got back to my dad's house after some time, and everybody has been acting super weird towards me. But no worries, I can defend myself very well. I like coming to my dad's house because he lives in a huge house with a pool and I love it. So I'm just gonna enjoy my time here and ignore everything else while I keep making harmless slimes around the house for fun. It has a great consistency. Now let's put it back. Now we wait. Bye.
No. Does that actually work? I don't know if that would actually work. I remember trying nair back in the day, but I feel like you had to like put it on and let it sit for quite a bit of time before rubbing it off to remove the hair. So I feel like if you're just like, I don't know if that's gonna do the trick. I don't think you should test the theory, personally, because y'all know how much I touch my hair. You hate it. You really do. You hate it. And I would cry if I naired off all my hair. I don't have much hair to begin with, okay? It might look different, but I have very thin hair. Found this in his car. Thanks, girl. You're real for that. What is it? Oh, an eyelash. Maybe. Do you think someone would leave it there on purpose if they're like, I gotta let his girlfriend know? But you're doing, well, that's very situational. They might not know that they have a girlfriend. They might have found out after stuff was done. They're like, I gotta leave some evidence. Girl's gotta know. We could just message her rather than leaving an eyelash. He might be able to talk himself out of an eyelash extension. Sister, cousin, friend, anything, you know? Someone was living in our walls. There's a movie about that. The Boy? I think it's called The Boy.
Someone was secretly living in the walls of my apartment, and you're gonna get ready with me while I relive that trauma. I don't even know why I'm doing this right now. A few years ago, me and 3 other friends decided to move into an apartment together. And we were so excited and young and carefree, and we thought that this was gonna be like the time of our lives. At first, everything was completely fine. Getting along, we're going out, we're doing all the girly things, but just you wait. About a week and a half in, we all start individually noticing some of our things going missing. Small stuff though, that you wouldn't like outright notice. On top of that, I kid you not, we started hearing like scratching in our vents and knocks on the walls and random banging happening through the middle of the night. And we are petrified. So we started doing some research on the internet to see if anyone else in the world had experienced something similar to what we were going through at our own place. And lo and behold, one of the first things that we came across was somebody experiencing the exact same thing, and you guessed it, someone was living in their walls. Yep, you heard that right, living in their walls. sneaking out in the middle of the night while they were sleeping, taking all their stuff.
Yeah, this is definitely like the movie. If you haven't seen it, it'll put a new fear in your mind. You will be convinced that someone is living in your walls if you hear any type of noise.
And going back into the wall before they woke up. All four of us were sitting in the living room when we found that article and simultaneously turned to look at each other and then proceed to look at the 2 locked doors in our place that we hadn't been able to open since we arrived.
I never thought it was possible that someone could live in the walls until I did see another video where they had videos, photos of everything possible. There was like a crawl space and someone was quite literally living behind their walls, and they would sneak out when they left and you could see them on the footage, their house footage, and they'd take stuff and they'd scurry back to their wall home. Not in my condo. Ain't nobody wanting to live in these walls. These walls are thin. Hell, I couldn't even fit in these walls. These thighs aren't getting in there. Confronting my best friend who hooked up with my boyfriend. Here we go again.
Never have I ever wrote a song.
Never have I ever read 4 books in a day.
Never have I ever hooked up with my best friend's boyfriend while she was at her family's 4th of July party.
Oh, that's very specific.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know that you did that.
No, I don't know what.
I don't know how you. Why are you lying to me right now?
Who said that?
What are you talking about?
No,
Does it matter?
No, but I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
I can't even look at you right now.
Who the said that? No, because I didn't do that.
You did though.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I didn't.
Yes,
I was
you did.
not. I was
Stop
not
lying.
at the same place
Stop
like
lying.
he was. No,
Stop
I
lying.
did.
Stop lying.
Okay. I saw him.
Yeah,
I
stop
saw him there,
lying.
but I didn't.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's just very specific. It's hard not to believe because it's so specific. While I was away, this party, y'all were together. This is not the way I'm confronting a friend if they did that though.
Ready with me while I'll tell you a story about my mom's crazy past. Back in the day, it seems my mom used to exclusively date slug dealers. Don't ask me why. She was acting too grown, too quick, too soon if you ask me. But we're gonna call this one D. So D and my mama used to stay together. They used to throw hands with one another. Well, one night they got into an argument and they throwing hands. And of course my mama throwing hands back, but she was the type, I'm gonna get my lick back and it's gonna be worse than yours. So when Dee went to sleep that night, she decides to take a bat to this man, a baseball bat in his sleep. Of course, he wakes up well and screaming, pissed off. He calls my nanny on some, you need to come get her, she crazy, this, that, and the third, I'm done with her, yada, yada, yada. Shocker, they were not done with one another. They made up somehow, somewhere, and they got back together. Well, tell me why my mama found out that D was out here cheating. Are we surprised? No, I ain't never heard of a faithful slug dealer in my life. Anyways, instead of just leaving, she wanted to leave with a bang. And she wanted to hit this man where it hurt, his pockets. Now, one thing about D, he was a smart slug dealer. This man had a legitimate business. He had a car wash. He was not only washing cars, but he was also helping his daddy flip cars. They used to flip hoopties. So my mom decides she is going to go to his car wash while nobody is there. She busting windows, ruining equipment, taking chemicals, pouring it all over the place, making sure it's completely damaged. She goes out to the parking lot where Dee's daddy's cars was that they had refinished to flip and sell, and pours chemicals all over it, ruining the paint jobs, and then bust the windows out the car.
Wait, girl, does your mom know you're on the internet telling this story? Does she know? This is criminal.
Now, after she did that, tell me why she pages this man. So he knows it was her. Mama wasn't no fool though, so she didn't explicitly give detail, making it seem like it was her. But between them, they knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? So she's zooming trying to get back home because she had already started moving out. She already knew this was going to be the end. Tell me why they caught up with each other in traffic. He tries to run my mama off the road. My brother was in the car. My oldest brother. My little brother slings forward, boom, hit his head. My mama was done for at that point. So she's zooming to get to the house, right? Long story short, they make it to the crib. He get out the car, he's screaming, cussing. She's screaming and cussing, letting him know, you going to jail, you hurt my son, yada, yada, yada. Meanwhile, somebody up the road, ironically enough, they were related to us, heard the commotion because they lived up the road and called the police. Police showed up and they talking about some, you need to calm down, ma'am, yada, yada, yada. When they heard that he tried to run her off the road and that he, again, was a known slug dealer, she didn't snitch. She ain't the one that called the police and she didn't tell him he was a slug dealer. It was known that he was a slug dealer. So, of course, the officers really quickly was on some, oh, let's avert our attention to this man because we got us one, right? So Dee is trying to tell the officers that she done ruined the car wash. She cussing out, talk about she still got the chemicals on her shoes. And this is where my mom moving out was really smart. She gonna say, I've been moving out all day. You see the boxes and the cleaning supplies when I was cleaning out the bathroom to get my deposit back. I ain't gonna tell you how old my mama was, but she was too smart for her time. Cause why in the world? Criminal activity, ma'am. So they end up arresting D. This man got sent to prison. But when he got sent to prison, why he get my mama name tatted on his back?
What? This is crazy. I have a lot of questions, but the main question is, does mom know you're out here on the internet telling these stories? I wish mom could make a special appearance. I would really love to hear from mom. Toxic mom got mad at my brother for having his first job. Well, that doesn't seem like something to be mad about.
Okay, so my mom chewed me, my brother, and my other sister out because my brother got a job at 17. My brother has been looking for a job ever since he was 16 years old because he did not want to live under my mom's money no more. He wanted to make it himself because he wanted to feel like a man. I said, cool, fine. Me and my man and my sister were helping him get one. But it's been over a year, and every job that he has called, they told him we're not hiring, or call us back, or they canceled his interview, and then he would go for another one and they just wouldn't give him the job. So my brother finally catches a break. He calls his job, they give him an interview, he goes in for the interview, and guess what happens? He gets the job. I'm so proud of him. I cried. I was so happy for him. My man was happy. My sister was happy. Our even baby sister was happy, even though she didn't understand what's going on. We were all happy for him, but my mom didn't know yet. My mom has to know that my brother had a job for 2 weeks before she found out, which was like 2 days ago. And he had to tell her only because it was going to align with their schedule. So my mom literally works almost all week and all weekend, and some days she's off. But when my brother was working, my mom was working, so she never knew that my brother had a job. The reason why my mom had found out was because my mom was off that day, and me, my man, my sister, and my baby sister, and everybody went out because we were picking my brother up to go to work.
Girl, I don't know how you talk so fast. I thought this video was in 2 speed. It's not. A skill.
But we was hoping that my mom wasn't going to find out because she never comes out of her room. She stays in that room all day long. She says it's because of us, because we bully her in there and we never like her when she comes out. But when she comes out of that room, you know what she does all day? She yells at us. She cusses at us. She says we're not good enough for anything. She tells us that we can never be anything without her. She literally says when she dies, we're going to die because we don't know how to do nothing in life without her. So we came back to her house because we had to drop everybody off, but my brother wasn't with us because he said that he was going to get out at 3. So we said, well, let's not go back until we have to go get him. But guess what? His job told him that if he left at 3, they would have to call him back in and he would have to stay until 5 to 9. He didn't want to do that, so he'll just say, I'll stay until 5. So we came back. She noticed that my brother wasn't with us, and she was like, where's your brother? And my sister was like, oh, I don't know. Because he told us, do not tell her until I'm ready to tell her. So you know what I do? We don't tell her. Everybody in the comments saying, oh, you know what, you're wrong for not telling your mom. There's a reason why we don't tell our mom. Because she freaks out over everything. My brother was literally on the same street in front of the house. He was just across the street on the sidewalk in front of our mailbox. And she got mad at him because him and my grandma both saw him on the other side. And they was like, what are you doing? Do you know somebody can kidnap you? Do you know somebody can do this to you? Like, always making him afraid of the real world. Because they have so many thoughts in their brain. They all have the same job. They all have the same car. They all go to the same job, just in different place. They all been doing this for years. So my brother having a job away from the family literally pisses my mom off because she doesn't know what my brother's doing 24/7. She told him that he's literally just running the streets.
Is this a control issue? Maybe she's not happy about it because she doesn't get to control the situation. If he kind of breaks free and starts gaining independence, it's like, oh, I'm losing control, having control over what he does. Maybe? I don't know.
Anyway, so she starts getting to cussing. She starts getting to yelling at everybody. She's mad as hell. She's literally sitting there talking about, if your brother doesn't come home in 10 minutes, I'm calling the police. My man literally had just left to go pick my brother up. We stayed at the house because we wanted to see what she was going to do. So my mom's cussing at us and saying, oh, where's your brother? Where's your brother? So we told him what he told us to tell her. Oh, he's hanging out with his friends. He's 17 years old. Never hang out with his friends a day in his life. That was a lie because he was at work. So my mom has been trying to control him and everything like that. Like my brother does a lot for my mom. Me and my sister really don't because we already know how our mom is. But my brother, he still kind of has hope for her. So we just let him have hope and we let him do what he gonna do. I'm not gonna try to change his mind and say, oh, you know what, you're disrespecting me. No, that's just him. Man calls me. He says, your brother needs to go to the bank. I'm gonna take him. I said, okay, fine. So then I told my mom, my brother's going to the bank. He's like, why is he doing at the fucking bank? I said, he has to deposit the money that mom had gave him for doing the grass and everything like that. She paid him $160. So my brother had to go deposit that in his bank account that I got for him because my mom wanted to get him with Wells Fargo. But my brother didn't want that because he already heard that Wells Fargo was kind of like, you know, trashy and everything like that. But my mom wanted to put him under her name because she wanted to control everything that he was doing.
I was right. It is a control thing going on here.
Even though when he turns 18, she still said, you're not getting out of the joint account with me. You're going to stay in there even when you turn 18 because I want to know where your money's going and what you're doing with your money. Finally, my brother, she's literally telling us, oh, I'm about to go take a shower. And then if he's not back, I'm going to call the police. She keeps pushing back, calling the police. So we know she's not going to call the police. So she's blaming us. She's saying, if something happens to your brother, that's on you because nobody else cares but me. I'm like, we care about our brother. because we know where he's at. He trusts us enough to tell us what he's doing. And you went there to congratulate him whenever he got the job. Do you know what I did whenever I dropped him off? I bawled my eyes out.
Aww.
For only like 15 minutes because they literally just had to give him a shirt and his apron. And then they sent him home. And then the next day, I cried again.
Aww.
Because that is my baby brother. I've grown up with him. I have raised him myself. The only thing my mother literally provided was the money to take care of him. To feed him and everything like that. And to clothe him because I couldn't do that. I was a child. But now I can do that. And my mama has literally no, like, really regards for them besides, like, I do. So she goes, takes a shower. She gets out of the shower. And my brother comes home. She's literally like, where you been? What you been doing? He's like, I've been looking for a job. And she says, didn't I tell you that I was going to get you a job? My brother already told her, I don't want to work with you because then my grandma's going to have to pick them up and drop them off. And my grandma charges every day for gas. I'm not exaggerating. If she sees a notch or even an inch down, she will go put gas in her car. So she's charging them $20 a day.
What? That's more than what an Uber would cost. Literally, an Uber or a Lyft is cheaper than that.
So my brother said no. And my mom was like, oh, I thought I was going to do this for you. Oh, you think they care about you? You think I love you? Because I already told you, if something happens to you, I'm going to be the one laying in the grave with you, not them. I'm like, you're not that selfless. You're selfish as hell. So she's sitting there literally cussing my brother out and cussing me and my sister out at the same time, telling us who the hell helped you get a job? Who the hell helped you do that? Because my brother had to tell her because my brother was going to work a 9 to 5 the next day. But they called him and told him you didn't have to come in. But my brother said, I'm going. He said, I'm going to my job. Are you going to mess up my job just because you don't want me to go? She was like, I'm going to sue the company. I'm like, why are you going to sue the company? I signed off on it. I said he can do it. But she doesn't know that because she thinks that my brother just went doing by himself. But she still blames everybody, even though she doesn't really know who helped him or how he got there.
Personally, I think if a kid at 17 is striving to go out and get a job and work and earn money for himself, that is so admirable. Huh? Wouldn't you prefer that over a kid just being like, I don't want to work. I really don't. I have no ambition to work. I'd rather just stay home and live off of your money. 17! That's incredible that he's out there and he wants to get a job and earn money for himself. Let me know your thoughts on all this drama, you guys. I'll see you in the comment section. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. Bye.